At Tokyo Expressway, the south clockwise layout. The seventh race of the season is going to be 40 laps. And Bubba Earnhardt is in the pole position with 13 drivers. Seventh race of the season is officially green. We're underway here at Tokyo. Bubba got a good launch, but shredding is on the inside. He goes to the inside, now the outside. Very tricky track to pass at. Trying to use as much track to get past these cars as much as possible. And Bubba still leads them into the hairpin as they go downhill. Surprisingly has speed in this qualifying session. He got the pole, which is surprising. Shredding in second, about 2/10 apart on the pole position versus the P2. But when you see Vice there in the number one car, he is replacing Retro for this week just so the one car can get some type of points in the Owners' Championship. As they go past the hairpin and they're now on the back straightaway, you can see everybody starting to fan out. And this is the big key factor of this race. This race is really going to be about the draft and the ability to keep up with the front pack, because these straightaways really give you a key opportunity to stay in the draft. Got Isaiah in P6 right now, back there with Randy and Steven. Steven did not have a good qualifying run, so he was in the back, but he's made up a couple positions. David subbing in for T-Bone. So you got two drivers from Trackhouse that are out right now. But let's go up to the lead as there's the battle between the one car and the 8 car, and one car on the outside. 8 car still holds his position on the bottom, and he manages to hold that lead. Going into these tricky S's, you really can't pass here. I mean, you can try, but one guy is going to have to at least lift. Into the hairpin, where you can really pass that really a lot in this area of the track. And the one car got squirreled. He got in the wall right there. I don't know if there was contact between him and Shredding, but there's a little contact, I believe. Got him up in the wall, but he's still in P2. And this is what I'm saying. This is the backstretch. The backstretch offers ample opportunities to make passes, to get back up there. You see everybody spreading out now. Steven as well. He's in P9, so he's falling back a little bit. But here's the battle for the lead. Going into the chicane right here. Joshy still holds on to his lead. Coming to the line, 3 laps into this race, 2 completed. Joshy still holds on to the lead with a hungry replacement driver for Retro right behind him. He gained a couple of seconds gained a couple of attempts on that lap. Just being in the draft. I mean, the draft is so important. I mean, so you're going to see a lot closer road course racing than you're normally used to because of this track. There might be a passing opportunity here. Here comes the one car on the inside. One car used to be on DEI last year, but now he's on his own team in Trackhouse Racing. He gets the pass done. And that's what we were talking about. That hairpin is going to be an ample passing opportunity. You can outbrake. You do a lot of things to really get yourself in position to just make up track position there. And the one car will take the lead, and now you see the whole field right behind them. Front 5 are kind of separated from the rest of the pack. Then you have Randy and Steven fighting with David and Matthew and Alex. and Haley Deegan fan. And the one car got a little squirrely right there. He thought the 8 could get to the inside, but he didn't really let up. Here we go into the chicane. It's going to be a big difference. Get a little squirrely, but not that much. He's going to gain some time here. He had a better exit. And he's right on his tail. He might make a pass right here for the lead. New fast lap goes to Isaiah. 8 car tries to go on the outside. I don't think that's going to work for him, though. If he's able to be in there on the inside, no, it's not going to happen. I mean, that outside line might work if you're able to stay side by side with the car if you go into the left-hander. A little contact between Isaiah and Husky right there. Now they go downhill. And now the 8 car goes to the inside, tries to get the pass for the lead again. He has his car right there, a little contact. And the 8 car goes past for P1, and now here comes shredding. I mean, I know these guys are really hungry to pass, but it's only lap 3. Well, 3 laps have been completed. Now we're on lap 4. Well, the 8 car holds on to the lead after overtaking the 1 car into the hairpin, but that's not going to last that long, as you see the 1 car fighting for position on the outside. Now you have Shredding and him working together. They're pushing each other. They're going to be 2 wide, too, going into this right-hander. 8 cars on the inside. 1 car has a little bit of momentum. He gets the pass done. But the 8 car, oh, never mind. I thought he would have had the inside of that chicane. They go cleanly throughout the chicane. Here comes Isaiah, who started in the back. Now he's made his way up to P4. It's all because of that draft. I mean, the 1 car, is he really going to try to pull a Jamie McMurray, you know, oh, he got in the wall, so I'm not going to jinx it anymore, but, you know, similar to NASCAR, the 1 car, this is a replacement driver, you know, Retro is not in the race today. And here comes the 8 car on the inside. He still is looking on the inside. Go a little slide. They're going to be side by side, come off the corner. Who has the momentum? Looks like the 8 car has the lead right now. They're still side by side. They are still side by side, and that's going to allow Shredding and Isaiah to catch up because they are not working together. These guys up front still fighting for the lead. They know how important it is to keep this track position. Still side by side down the whole backstretch. That tells you one thing, that they must have had both great exits because nobody was really giving up on that straight line speed. But the 8 car clears, and now here comes the 1 car back on the inside. Has a little peak, but he's going to stay in line. The 8 car goes into chicane. The 8 car did not get the best exit, so now they're kind of like checked up right behind them. And now that's going to allow Isaiah to get closer into this picture. He's ran the fastest lap so far, so he's been really hammering those times across these laps to get back up there. Here comes the 1 car on the outside. He might be on the inside right here. No, the 8 car clears him. I mean, that's the big thing. You can make a pass in turn 1, but you really have to stay side by side with that car in the S's. The 8 car still holds on to the lead. Shredding is battling Isaiah in the back there. They are 2 by 2. The 8 car, 1 car on the outside. He may try to get a pass. Here comes Shredding on the inside. They might be 3 wide. There's a little contact with the wall and Shredding with the 1 car. Everybody minds their P's and Q's, but there was a little contact there between the 2 drivers in P1 or P2 and 3. And now they're going down the backstretch. The 1 car looks on the inside. The double wide in the lead right now. And he still clears them. I mean, the 8 car is still managing to hold on to this lead. I mean, these guys are really just going crazy right now. They might be a 3 wide situation. I thought they were for a second. But everybody still is orderly. Going through the chicane. And Bubba still has the lead. Strong performance from him today. He's not really that fast on the road courses, but this is a surprising performance. You know, if he's able to hold on and possibly get a win and get a top 3, this is a very impressive performance by him. But here comes Isaiah. Speaking about impressive performances, he's climbed his way all the way through the field up to second place. He just ran a league race a couple minutes ago, and now he's doing the double. Now he's gotten up to P2. I mean, that's kind of scary. I mean, that is scary how he's been able to get through this field. And it's not like he had the benefit of draft. He was all the way in the back, basically. He was in P11, P12 at the start of this race. But he's going to get challenged right here. Oh, I thought it was, but Shredding lost the momentum. He spun the tires out of the hairpin. But here's another factor. That is another Ford in the back of that pack right there, catching to the 1 car. That is Justin, another on the bubble playoff driver right now. And he's in the top 5 right now, which is a good run. A car in the lead still. Shredding and Isaiah will fight for second. He gets into the wall slightly, but this chicane is going to be tricky. And the 8 car went off a little bit. He lost a lot of time right there. Here comes Isaiah on the inside. And he will get the lead from that mistake by the 8 car. And now they're going to get jump out again. That chicane is tricky. They are 3 wide on the front stretch. Racing is crazy right now at this road course. Oh, there's a little contact. And the 8 car was on the inside of the wall. Contact with Shredding. He was almost around in front of the whole field, but he manages to hold on. Now he gets back to P5 after that. And now the 1 car has been able to get back up to second because of that, but Joshi makes the pass on the inside. And so much happened there in that 1 corner, but the thing that just stayed the same was that Isaiah became the leader. And that is something you don't want to see. I mean, Shredding and Justin had a little contact there. They are 2 by 2 coming off this hairpin. Bubba and Vice, these guys have been racing their hardest the whole time. And Isaiah is kind of pulling away. These guys can kind of work together, and I see that Bubba and the 1 car, they kind of realize that. They're like, hey, you know, we can work together instead of fighting this out. Let's get back up there. Let's fight for this lead. But only if we can get up there. Okay, I thought the 8 car kind of passed the 1 car. I thought my eyes were tripping. Here they go into the chicane. Kind of squirrely for Isaiah, but he still manages to hold on. These guys are catching up. They are working together in this draft. One of the most unique road courses on the schedule where draft really does play a factor. And these guys are going to try to work together. I don't know. 1 car might try to pass right here. Here he goes in the inside. So they're done playing together. And the 8 car kind of just lets him pass. But now he does the crossover. He goes to the inside and makes another pass going to the right hand, to the left hander. I mean, I will say Joshi has been decently fast. Surprisingly, he's been able to make passes and overtakes and defend him, but Isaiah's in the front. He has more wins than Joshi, but that's not going to be a good sign. But here he comes into pit road. Very early for him to come into pits. That might be why he's faster than usual. He might be shifting more than the rest of the field. So it's a gamble, but you know, he might pay for this. Isaiah still in the lead. Vice in second place. Justin in third and shredding after that contact with Josh in turn one. He is in fourth. Randy in fifth. And let's go back with Steven and David. Steven has kind of fallen off the pace. He was gaining ground, but now he's in P7. They were almost 3 wide right here. If I was them, I would kind of tell them to work together. But, I mean, there is a huge gap. I mean, the top 5 drivers really were putting on a clinic in terms of pace, and they were able to drive all the way away from the rest of the pack. Let's see where Bubba is. Bubba is in P10 right now. So hopefully that strategy works out for him. I don't know if it will, because everybody else is still on the racetrack, but he will have the pressure tires, so he might gain time. Isaiah and Vice are still fighting for this lead into the S's. Oh, Isaiah got in the wall slightly. Did not slow him that down that much. But an ultimate passing zone right here. And here comes shredding into the pits, I believe. There he goes. Yeah, he's into the pits. Justin's in the pits. So Bubba pitted a lap earlier than everybody else. So that's a big thing to keep note of. That might kind of hurt him in the future of this race. Two Chevys still fighting for the lead here at Tokyo. The replacement driver and the SRL veteran right now are fighting with each other, and they are side by side going into a right-hander. Yeah, he's on the outside. He gets a good run off the outside. The outside in that corner really does play, it does play dividends to the high line. You can get momentum in that corner. And Vice with a clean overtake, and he will take the lead from Isaiah. But everybody else has come out on the pits. And this is the second pack right here. This is where Joshy and Shredding and Justin are. They're going to fight. A little squirrely from Joshy into the wall, but these three might work together, just gain some drafting time. The front 2 drivers, and they are both in the wall. Oh man, that might be damage for the front 2 drivers, and that's gonna hurt. And I think they might come into the pits this time by. Here they come. Both Chevrolet drivers in the front 2 are into the pits. David, let's see if he stays out. He will stay out for another lap, so Steven will come into the pits, the 17 car. Randy will stay out as well. Gotta keep an eye on this guy. This guy knows how to save fuel. A stunning win 2 races ago against T-Bone at Spa. Saved enough gas in the rain and was able to leapfrog himself from 5th to 1st based off pit strategy, and that was a crazy race. I mean, not a lot of racing, but the strategy was insane. A lot of drivers took advantage of the rain, and Randy was one of those drivers. David subbing in for T-Bone. He is a part-time driver, but since he's outside of top 12 in points, he's able to be a replacement driver for another driver just to get some points, because T-Bone is not able to race today. T-Bone right now, I believe, is I think he's 5 points from Steven in the points lead. And we have the front battle here. These are the guys that were in the front pack. They are all still together. I mean, that is insane. I mean, 11 laps into this race, the top 5 really starting to fight each other. I mean, the top 2 right now actually are David and Randy, but these guys, once those drivers pits, they will be in the top 5. And Shredding and Vice, a little contact there. Oh man, Shredding got squirrely. He's getting ran all over the place this race. The contact with Bubba in the turn 1, and now contact with the 1 car. David goes into the pits. He has 1% of fuel, and here's Randy staying out. But look at these guys. Look at the Hornet's Nest. These guys are still fighting right now. There's actually a 2-point gap between T-Bone and Steven right now, so that is why David is coming in. And he gets a lap led, so that's an extra point. So whatever they, you know, the 99 team can do to soften that cushion right now, since their main driver is out for this race. But Shredding is taking the lead so far after a little bit of contact with the 1 car, and he was luckily able to prevail in that situation. And you got 3 Chevys right behind them. You have Isaiah and the 1 car fighting with each other there, 2x2. Here comes Joshy on the inside of Isaiah. He makes the pass going to the chicane. And it was a little squirrely right there. He's on the outside now. But they're going to be 2x2. We're double wide into this final corner, but Joshy holds on and gets the track position. See where Randy is. Randy's still the leader. Has not pitted. Everybody else pitted around lap 9, 10, 11. So he is not pitted yet. He has done 12 laps right now. He will not come in. I thought he was coming in. Oh, he actually did. He just had an awkward angle, but that won't be a penalty. I don't think so. These guys are still fighting. The 1 car and Shredding, they are continuing to fight. A little contact there. That's not going to make a lot of friends. You see Bubba right there in 4th with Isaiah in 3rd. Justin gets a track limit penalty. Let's see if Randy does get a penalty. That was very close in terms of the pit lane line. And that will be a penalty. Oh man, that's a backbreaker. That is a big, big mistake. He was trying to save gas, I believe, and that's going to even make it harder. Let's go back up to the lead as pit stops have cycled again, and the 1 car has taken the lead after a contact with Shredding coming out the hairpin, going to the chicane. Top 4 slightly separated now. They were on top of each other pretty much this whole first end of the race, but there's been a little bit more of a cushion now between these front 4 drivers. And the race is really clocking down really fast. I mean, we're on lap 14 already. A lot of exciting racing on this track. I mean, this track produces amazing racing. Top 4 have been in a constant battle since lap 1. And that is a track limit penalty for Bubba. That will not help him. The 1 car has been gaining ground on the 2nd place car, Shredding, and I think that's for the best, because him and Shredding have been fighting this whole race, and you don't know if he's had his fuse lit. Isaiah in 3rd position right now. Let's get a driver update on Isaiah right now. Let's look at his situation. Isaiah currently 3rd in the point standings, about 10 points back from Steven. Steven is in P6, Isaiah P3, so that if the race were to end right now, he will get a big, big margin cushion on Isaiah. But we'll serve his penalty in a couple seconds. But Isaiah has not won a race so far. This is 7th race of the season, halfway point of the season, so a little concerning, but he did turn on the jets late in the season last year. got to win at Daytona Road Course, and then he got to win at High Speed Ring, putting on a clinic. So he is he's a very silent championship contender. You cannot hold him. You know, you can't underestimate him. Very consistent driver. I mean, he's very sneaky consistent. Bubba has fallen off the pace, and he will lose track of that lead pack. Isaiah got a little squirrely there, but I think the gap between the top three is starting to shrink. It gives me a chance to hold or actually breathe, because these guys, they were racing so hard for so long since the start of the race. Shredding has caught the one car. He is going in tow with him. If Shredding were able to make all the races, he would definitely be a championship contender at these road courses. He's been showing a lot of speed at these road course tracks. And let's go on board with him. He is in the draft, so that will help him. And now the gap between him and Isaiah will grow. Same thing for Bubba. So the top four have now really started to separate. Now it's a man-on-man battle between the one car and Shredding. And he's running perfect laps right now. Fastest lap of the race so far with a 140.833. And now he is challenging for the lead, dives it in there on the inside, and he will get past. A clean overtake in the hairpin, and now that's going to allow Shredding to be P1. And Isaiah is in the back of that frame. Justin pitting right now, very early, might be a strategy decision. But these guys are racing. They're 2x2. Bubba is all by himself with Steven. Field is really starting to separate now because of that pit strategy. Randy in P9 after a big critical mistake. You got Alex and Matthew fighting for P7 right now. Alex, ironically, in the Jamie McMurray scheme, as we have a driver that's in P2 trying to attempt the Jamie McMurray. Basically being a replacement driver and winning in his first race. These guys, they are racing incredibly hard. I mean, Isaiah's managed to catch some ground on them. I mean, let's look at the tire situation, because that might play into a factor too. You know, everybody's on softs. Isaiah on the mediums. These softs are starting to break. So Isaiah, after this run, he might gain some ground on these drivers in front. Same thing with Bubba. He's on the mediums. Ran a decent lap time of 41.9. And now these guys are going to be side by side. Let's talk about Isaiah a little bit more. Has not had a win so far this season. They are 2x2, still fighting for the lead. And man, oh, contact. A little contact. And Shredding's not going to like that. Yeah, they're going at it now. And that's going to allow Isaiah to really get back up there. I mean, the top three are now underneath a blanket because of the contact between Shredding and Vice. I mean, they have to race hard, but you don't want these guys to get back up in that race. I mean, I don't think Bubba will get back up there. He's really lost the draft, but Isaiah is a problem for them. They are still side by side going into the S's. And Shredding on the outside makes the pass. These two cannot get away from each other. And Isaiah's tires are starting to kick in. Now he's able to get the tire advantage on these guys. He's going to dip to the inside of the one car in the hairpin. And the wheel spin for both of the drivers. And it's going to be dead heat coming out that exit. Bubba will come in for his second pit stop of the race. Now they're becoming orderly again. But Isaiah on the inside of the one car. I mean, nobody's really had a lead bigger than 5 seconds. That is how close the racing is right now. Everybody going through the chicane cleanly. Everybody is evenly matched. It's just a matter of who makes the mistake, honestly. Shredding will lead a lap. But Isaiah, like I said, he has 2 top 3s this season, 3 top 5s. Or actually, no, he has 3 top 5s and then 6 top 10s. After Northern Isle, didn't have a good finish, but still is managing to stay consistent throughout the season. He currently has a 4.9 average finish that has not led a lot of laps, so this might be his coming out party. He's showing a lot of speed right now, a race-winning pace in this race so far. And Shredding, like I said, a big threat at the road courses, has not been able to capitalize in the oval races, but I mean, he has a lot of pace, and he did get a little checked up right there coming out the exit. That's going to allow these guys to really get back on them, get back on his trail. But Shredding currently right now just has 1 top 10 finish on the season, despite just, qualifying on time with T-Bone, really. And they are still, I mean, these guys, oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, next week, man, the race is going to be Edgar Norman, so remember that. So I don't know, these guys, they're going to remember everything from this race. They are consistently just passing and racing each other. I mean, the top 3 they are still together after coming to the completion of 19 laps, going on to lap 20. I mean, we are almost at the halfway point of this race, and the top 3 are still together. Amazing race pace, amazing sense of speed for both of these, for all of these drivers, really. I mean, these guys are still able to kind of keep it clean. No cautions so far in this race. There is a car that is a lap down. They have to split both of them, or they both had to split them. And that's going to result in Isaiah or Shredding to kind of pushing one car in the wall, because he kind of got tight trying to pass that guy. He's a lap down car. He's busy right now. He's having technical difficulties. But here is Shredding going into the pits. Now that's going to allow the 2 Chevys to battle for this lead. to the halfway point of this race. Lap 21. One car still leading. Making pit stops. And everybody gets closer together because of that. I mean they're closer together than they were before the pits, and Shredding gets a track limit penalty, but I mean that everybody's still together. I mean that is close. Justin and Bubba came closer to the lead because of pit strategy. It might be because of the tire situation. David in the lead, staying out and getting laps led to get some points for T-Bone, so smart choice. Top three are still within the same picture, and I mean these guys, they can't get away from each other. Top five are starting to get closer together. I mean, after those pit stops, Justin made his way up into the 4th position. Into the chicane, hitting the bumps, not a big problem. They're still able to navigate it. And Isaiah just got a huge run. Will he take the pass on the inside? Cannot get there. Well, now they are side by side. And Shredding's going to be able to pass him after that. Oh man, one car got in the wall. And these guys, they find themselves attached to each other again. I mean, these guys can't get away from each other. Luckily, next week is going to be Eggert Normand, so if you have any grievances with the guy in front of you, just know it's going to be a tight track next week. Completion of lap 23 coming to the start of lap 24. And the top three are still underneath a blanket. I mean, I will say this is probably one of the races of the year. I mean, the racing product and the lead changes, the passes, everything. I mean, this is an amazing race by the top three. Shredding is able to get past for the lead as they go downhill. I think 2 drivers DNF'd. Down the backstretch they go. I mean, the 4th and 5th place drivers are still there. I mean, they're losing a little ground, but they are still within striking distance. You see Shackett and you see Bubba right there. They're all on the same straightaway, basically. So keep an eye on those guys. Bubba's starting to catch P4. I think these guys they're tracking them down, I believe. Isaiah on the outside, and that might prevail. I mean, that outside has momentum, so he kind of gets up into him. Shredding does, and he's able to hold him back until the chicane. But now Isaiah is starting to creep up again. That outside, like I said, there's a lot of momentum there. Going to the chicane, awkward angle, and Shredding is still able to hold on to the lead after that. It's a battle here between P4 and 5. Bubba has caught up to Shackett. Justin into the pits. earlier than everybody else. 2 wide, going into the chicane. This is going to be tricky. Yeah, Isaiah, oh man, he really got in there. And he's able to clear him. Isaiah in the lead. And he gets in the wall. Oh, man. That's going to allow Shredding to get on the inside. But he's still going to hold on. Shredding and Vice now are 2 wide. Vice gets past him. Bubba P4. Oh, man. One car got in the wall. I think Bubba's pitting. He will pit. Thirteen laps to go. And it's still a 3-way battle for the win. I mean, this is, if they're able to stay this close together the whole race, that is amazing. Oh, Vice got on the wall. And that's going to separate the top 3 a little bit. It takes so much focus to really get around this course, man. I mean, it's tight. It's really tight. You cannot mess up at all, 'cause you're going to lose a lot of time. back here is 4 drivers. These guys haven't pitted in front of Bubba and Justin, so Bubba's running a really fast lap right now. He is on a heater. But these guys might be a problem for him because they are racing. Oh, Shackett got squirrely and he got into the barrier. That's going to lose him a lot of time. Shredding will pit. Isaiah stays out. Oh, Alex got into David. They are really slowing up Bubba right now. He just praying for these dudes to get out of the way. They're still 2x2. Alex will pit. Shredding had a really fast pit stop and he's already out. Isaiah and Vice still separated, but he has gained an advantage on him. Probably the best lead we've really seen throughout this whole race. 10 laps to go here at Tokyo. Front 3 have all taken the pits. And that gap got closer, so here comes Shredding and Vice. Vice gains some time on Isaiah right there. Bubba goes into the pits for his final pit stop. Bubba will come out of the pits. And these guys are closer together now after that pit stop. I don't know, Vice and Shredding, they really caught Isaiah. Maybe he had more fuel or whatever, but they're able to catch back up to him. Now they're in that draft, and man, oh man, it is 9 laps to go at the line, and Vice gets a penalty. That is not what you want to see with 9 laps to go. But it's going to be a 2-horse race between these two guys, Shredding and Isaiah. 2 fastest drivers all day. And Shredding is laying down some heaters. Fastest lap time we've seen all race. Isaiah and Shredding are side by side. Shredding got to the inside. He might take the lead right here. He will. David comes into the pits for his final stop of the race. Shredding's still on the lead, but now you're going to have a lap down car. That is Rendon. So that's going to shake up this field. Shredding's just hoping that they catch him going down the hairpin. Oh my goodness, these guys, they are still on top of each other. 3 cars underneath the blanket. Let's go back up to the front. I think they already passed Brendan, so he was not a factor. Thank goodness. You don't want to interrupt this battle for the lead. 8 laps to go now. Shredding and Isaiah. Shredding has put a little bit of a gap between him and Isaiah. He's pulling away. The 1 car and him, they're going to have to work together to get back up there. Up in the top 5. Steven in the top 5 as well. He's in P4, so he's managed to play a little Houdini and get back up in the top 5 after being stuck in 8th place pretty much the whole race based off pit strategy. So good job for that car. And these guys, I mean, it's going to come down to the last lap the way these guys are racing. I mean, it is 33 laps into this race, and these guys are still on top of each other too. And Shredding gets oh my goodness, that is a costly penalty. That is going to allow Isaiah to get back up there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is backbreaking. He was going to pull away from Isaiah. I mean, look at the lap times he's been running so far. He's running faster lap times than anybody on the track right now, and that is a big, big mistake. Hopefully it's not going to do anything crazy, but I mean, a half-second penalty really, you know, it's really a 1-second penalty because it takes so much time to get yourself back up together, back you're up and running. You got P4 or P5 and P6 there battling. Here's Randy. And these guys are going to fight for the top 5. I mean, it depends. I mean, Shredding, what he has to do right now, he just has to extend this lead as much as possible to make this penalty hurt less. Because, I mean, this is going to be huge. He's going to probably drop to 3rd, honestly, with how much time he's going to lose just to have to slow down right now. And it's hard to really gain any time if he's in the draft. I mean, look at this. Isaiah almost got close to that as well. Oh man, I mean, could he get a penalty? I don't think he will, but man, that was really close call right there at the edge. If Shredding slows down, Isaiah is going to pass on the outside. He has to gas it back up, and now he's going to fall back in line, get back in that draft as fast as possible. Isaiah just ran his fastest lap of the race, so he is on pace with Shredding. Now those 2 in the back, they got to work together to get back up to Isaiah. And these guys are fighting, I believe. Oh man, Joshie got on the curb, a little awkward right there. Steven gets a penalty. But these guys are going to have to work together to get back up there. I mean, they're going to have to really get up there. And Shredding is around. And that's going to seal that. I mean, I don't know how he went around. I don't think there was contact between him and the 1 car. I think he just hooked it on the wall. And I mean, I think that might be it. I mean, well, Vice, oh man, everybody's running their fast laps to the race. I mean, they are all pulling away and trying to run as fast as possible. Both of these drivers with the 140.4 lap times. Oh, yeah, Vice. Oh, man, he got in the wall. That might seal it. And Isaiah is really just going to scoot away now because that was a big mistake by the one car. And because if he would have stayed in this draft, he would have had a chance. And now Isaiah is really just going to pull away, honestly. He ran a 140.9. I mean, shredding is just going to have to be perfect here to even gain any time. But I think it's too little too late. These guys are still fighting for P5. I think Steven is pretty much by himself. He does not have to worry about anything. He can just coast it, honestly, to get a P4. And Bubba in P6, a disappointing day for the 8 car because he was the pole sitter of this race. So he is not too happy right now being in P6. But Isaiah has the opposite story. He started in the back and now he's in the lead and he's looked primed to win this race. Bubba on the inside gets the pass done. And yeah, I think that gap is going to be too big for Isaiah to hold. I mean, not hold, but for Vice to gain ground. I mean, he's lost the draft, honestly. I mean, he could get faster lap times. Let's see what it is at the line. They're running identical lap times, so I mean, he's just going to have to at least be a couple tenths faster for at least 4 laps to really just get into that lead. But Shredding just ran his lap, and he lost time right there. So Isaiah really comfortable right now in the lead. Four laps to go at Tokyo. And I mean, we can talk about it. I mean, finally, this is the sense of relief that Isaiah has really been wanting right now. Because I mean, halfway point of the season, still has not managed to get a win, but still a consistent driver. Has a 5th place average finish, and you know he's still top 3 in points. You know, the chase cutoff offers a reset because a lot of drivers are missing and miss races throughout the year, but that chase cutoff really, you know, the start of that chase really kind of is like a new season for these guys. So you just really got to worry about making the playoffs, honestly, because you never know. I mean, these final 5 races, well, in the playoffs, we still got 2 more races left in the regular season, but you don't know what can happen. I mean, you just want to get yourself in the dance, honestly, because anything can happen. P5 and P6 are still continuing the battle. And those guys are on the cutoff line, so it is tight. They still want as many points as they can get. They're side by side. Crossover move. Oh, little contact there. Three laps to go for Isaiah, and I think Vice caught him a little bit on that lap. Let's go on board with him. Yeah, he caught him by 3 tenths, so it's not completely over. I mean, we were laying down the red carpet for Isaiah already, but one car kind of took the words out of my mouth and said, no, that's not what's going to happen. These guys are fighting. They already hit 3 to go. Let's go on board. And yeah, Vice, he's cooking right now. He has a 2 tenths faster lap time. The fastest lap of the race. He just has to make it stick. He does. He's still there. No mistakes. just has to sniff the draft. If he's able to get into that draft, I mean, it might change everything. Oh yeah, Vice just ran. He just ran a whole second faster than Isaiah, so he is cooking right now. Into the wall. Oh man, that's not what you want to happen. It's a point where it's just like, you know, you don't want to panic. You want to stay calm. You still want to believe that you can get back up there, but making mistakes like those in the final closing laps, I mean, that really hurts you. And these guys are side by side. Oh my goodness. They're still side by side. I think Justin is going to make the pass. He will into turn one. Crossover move. Can he do it back? I mean, these guys can't get away from each other. They're constantly racing each other right now. Looks like Isaiah will be getting the white flag soon, so. And Vice, big mistake on that last lap. I mean, he was almost there, but he made a critical mistake by getting into the wall in one of the S's, and that really just pretty much sealed it. So impressive showing out for the one car and the replacement driving, but he's still getting in the wall. But doesn't look like he's going to get done. The other Chevy in the front of him, he just ran another league race, and he's pulling the double right now. He, you know, he's able to friggin', you know, come in and try to win 2 races in a row in 2 different leagues. And I mean, this is impressive. He's able to have the endurance to be able to do this right now. And these guys, they're coming up 1 lap to go. They are still side by side. Wow. Isaiah going down the backstretch. Very eventful day for the top 3 drivers, but it just is going to be managed by one driver today, and that might be, well, that will be Isaiah. I'm not going to jinx it, but what a very eventful road course race. I mean, this is probably the best road course race that we've had so far this season. Top 3 drivers are really next to each other for 35 consistent laps. Nobody can pull away, but a couple of mistakes from the other 2 drivers in the top 3, man, you know, managed to help Isaiah to get past. And let's go back to this battle. Let's see him actually cross the line first. And Isaiah will finally win for the first time in this SRL season, season 3 or season 2. And he will get the win. These guys are going to go at it. Oh! There's a little contact, got into the wall. And I don't think Shaq is going to like that between Bubba and Shaq. They were racing really hard for like these last 10 laps, and Bubba kind of got tight, I believe, right there. And, you know, if he doesn't screw up, he's going to get a 5th place finish, but somebody's going to have some words with each other. But next week is Edgar Norwan, so you can basically settle all those differences. And let's look at this battle right here between these guys. This is a 3-way battle between Randy, Alex, and David. I mean, oh my goodness. David on the outside, try to get one more position. I mean, this is critical with the T-Bone's championship hopes right now. And Alex just ran out of gas. Oh my goodness, he ran out of gas coming to the line, and now David. I mean, T-Bone has to like that. He picks up 2 extra spots, and that's 2 extra points in the final corner. And man, oh man, that's a tough situation for Alex. And that was pretty much the race. So thank you guys for watching, And you see Isaiah won the race, and that was a very crazy race, and I think everybody kind of did a good job. There was a little bit of dirtiness, but yeah, that's pretty much the race. 7th race of the season. Isaiah wins, and next week will be Ecuador 1. I appreciate everybody to show out and watch this race. Thank you.